broken. This is broken. This is broken. Hello YouTubies, I'm Grant, this is the garage, this is Granty's garage. Behind me is the Temu Budget Max Power Focus, and many bits of it are broken. In this video, we're going to run through all of the non-glamorous bits that most YouTube builds will not cover of broken pieces, fixing them, ideally for free, to keep within the budget theme, and also just share some updates about some other bits I've done to the car over time that people have picked up in other videos that haven't necessarily made it into their own, but are contributing to the overall build, particularly in an aesthetic sense. So this car, £500 stock car. We then spent about £500 on it last year and got it looking like this. We are now entering phase 2, where we're making things madder, we're making things louder, and we're being even stricter on the budget. And you'll see some of the other videos linked below, and maybe some up there, that are different things that we've done to this car. If you imagine early 2000s, Need for Speed, Max Power, Fast and Furious, that's what we're going for, but without any sort of budget that's anything like that, and without any overnight parts from Japan. Let's get into what's broken. Anybody who's seen one of the previous videos on this car will know we are a bit warts and all here, and we'll show it for real. Because part of a big theme in the channel is DIY. That's a significant way you can save a lot of money modifying or maintaining a car, like we do with the 986. So, issue number one. First of all, ignore this gap. This is a symptom of buying the cheapest Lambo door hinges that there are on Alibaba, waiting 4 months for them to come, and then fitting them, having never done it before, and using the worst instructions ever and making a lot of it up. Will be addressed in the future. Here's your humble wing mirror. I haven't set this up for the sake of the video, but may or may not have been something to do with me lugging the doors around whilst doing the door conversion. It wobbles, and quite often I have the other car parked next to it, and I'd like to be able to fold these closed. This one doesn't really want to do it, and it's not going to do what it normally does, typically. Typical. But ultimately, I'll show you when I take it off, the flaring or the receiver for the bolt behind this mirror has cracked and is quite wide open. At the moment, it has a cable tie on it, just to hold the plastic onto the bolt, and this is kind of what I'm left with, reminded every time I open the door. This is broken. Here we are with the door open for problem 2. This is an interior trim. It holds the switch for adjusting the wing mirrors. Now inside is this plastic clip here with a metal end that pops in, and these here. These tabs have broken. This is partly because this is old plastic, it's very brittle. This has been on and off quite a few times through the course of doing the door cards, doing the doors, trying to address this mirror, and they've just failed. You can see it's just missing them there. I had to repair this because this was also brittle, which is the, sort of the main clip that's holding most of the support. And that is starting to fail more, and ultimately every time I open the car this is coming loose, which with these particular types of doors is a real pain, because this needs to be able to clear the inside there for the door to close. So this is broken. On a side note, if you saw what we did with the interior pillar trims, this is probably also the wrong colour. Now ignore the car being filthy, this is the wing mirror on the other side. Do my best to film this and show you at the same time. This one folds, as it should, which is nice. This one is not broken. However, now you may have caught that, that is not quite right. So behind there, this is broken. Inside the car, this is the center console customization that we made. It doesn't look particularly glamorous at the moment. That's partly because I've got an ungodly amount of light shining in the car so I can actually show you. But we went for a see-through gaiter, which is okay, but has partially failed here and will need addressing. But also the bracket or the surround that this is set on was very frail and broken when we did the work. So that is not going to do it now. Very typical. But that needs replacing because that is broken and this keeps coming loose. Select reverse and this likes to jump out. A similar thing happened with the trim around the handbrake one. Also this is really ugly, the colour of this. So let's do something about that and maintain them being see-through for a reason. There are lights in there. I've got the battery disconnected at the moment because we need to address some bits of that. So these are some of the bits that we're going to fix and address first of all when we come to fixing these parts of the car. Video-wise, before we jump into fixing any of these, I'm going to share a couple of updates of things that happened to the car so far off camera or sort of outside of video. So I do have some footage. I'm going to put in what's appropriate, catch up a few people about some of the finer details, because max power cars are all about the detail. The idea is often when you look at them, there is more and more that you see. And the opposite is true in that some of the cars are built with less and less. And you notice that there is less and less there than a regular car. So, because I got one comment once about something that happened off camera and someone went, hey, when did that happen? I'm going to show all of you just a couple of bits, there's not loads of them, of what happened so far off video so that there is a full account for this build so far. And it turns out I didn't actually have as much or really any footage of me trying to fit these tints to the windows. And the audio for this video originally didn't really make sense. So here's like future Grant looking at past Grant having done the windows. What I'm explaining here is actually it was impossible to get this piece of glass out of the door, which is how I would have preferred to have gone about tinting it. But managed to get it on by removing the rubber trims. I've tinted the back windows. I've not tinted the rear windscreen because I want to be able to see in the boot. And honestly, this was a go with some tint that was lying around. And this is how it came out. Both of those windows there, same on the other side. And this is referring to one of the parts that someone in that one comment once asked about. Oh, when did you get the windows tinted? We would like to have seen that. Apologies. It was a spur of the moment thing. Now this is what I want to look at next. Hopefully you've watched the video of where we retrimmed the dash and done all the other interior parts. But bit of an elephant in the room, bit of something to address here. There is no stereo. I'll be honest, I'm not convinced the sides of this will actually hold a frame. I know it's been hacked up a little bit in the past to get a unit in there by a previous owner. That's okay, it's part of the territory. However, big gaping hole needs a stereo unit. Now I did used to have somewhere lying around a spare flip-up screen. However, cannot find it for the life of me. I'm pretty sure my brother still has it from when I offered it to him, but he said he doesn't have it, and I know he's probably watching this, so go and check in your damn car. So what are we going to put in that doesn't cost very much? And a very genuine true story, you can't get cheaper than free. So I replaced the head unit in my Boxster 986. I needed something a little more up to date and wasn't too upset about losing like the factory look or anything. Went through that, had the spare unit. Had it sitting around for about 2 years. And a long time of that, I'd left it on Facebook Marketplace being advertised. A lovely chap came to buy it, and in buying it, he said he bought a 986, he needed to put something in it, and he had this in there. Did I want it? And I was like, well, funny you should say that. I've got a project car outside with no stereo, and I can't find my one with the flip-up screen. So we went, you can have this. I'm only going to chuck it away. It didn't cost very much. Stuns me what we used to pay back in the day for these sorts of things, and now what these things that could do so much more don't cost very much at all. He said it was worth about 15 quid. But there we have a head unit that will connect to Bluetooth, I gather, which will allow us to do some music. It has an aux if not. It's very simple looking, but as much as I'd like a flip-up screen one, check your car. I think it will do. Should be fine. So I'm going to have a go at seeing if we can make this work. Don't really know what I'm doing with any of these, apart from the fact that they tend to only fit in one space. But the customization at the back of this is questionable, but we could do some experiments. Moving into the cabin, this is what we are presented with. Ignore this is still waiting to find a true home, which is depending on now what happens with the stereo. This is how I got the car, obviously not the colours, but there was no stereo in it. One was fitted previously. and I have all of these bits to play with. And honestly, I don't know how this is going to go. There used to be a extended speaker setup in here. I was told that when I bought the car anyway, but also I found a lot of evidence of it as I've worked through the car, because there's all sorts of additional audio cables that are running all the way through and round. So what I first need to work out is if how this is going to work, what the various oddities of the back of this look like, why this wasn't used, etc. So I'm going to have a play with it before I start, to establish if I need to, but before I start trying to worry about making any wires or connections. So I'm going to plug a load of stuff into different places and see if there's any life available for this thing. So this is very lucky. Obviously I can't play any music because it will get upset YouTube. So I'm just playing one of my videos. So it's like a YouTube inception. If you didn't already go and watch how we wrapped a car for 127 quid, do it. So I took out all of these first of all, to not worry about them initially, and just see if the connector's in there. I still have this strange one here, which might have been for external amp or something like that was previously in here. All the speakers are working when I've tested it. I'm tempted to see if I play with these, if it will do anything else, but I don't have any other speakers for it to power, so there's no amp or anything at the moment, so they might just go back in the box, and I'm just going to work out getting this actually mounted in what is left of inside the dash. If you watched the dash video, you would have seen it got quite chopped up by the previous owner or owners, so there's not a whole lot of infrastructure back there to connect it to. So yeah, there is a slight hiss which I'll work out later, but so there we have it. The car is wrapped. Music is working. Right, stereo is in after some fandangling. This is where it's going to have to live for now. The cages that you have to mount these in would not go in that way, and it also sits too far proud of this like bezel or surround. It's not ideal. I had to then go and engineer a way for the caging to be held in the back, and it just would not fit in that area. So that will do for now. It's cost $0, so you can't really complain, and now I can play music in the car that I'm not playing on the guitar. If you've seen the boot build, you know what we're talking about. Still need to work out what's going to go in here. I think eventually I would like a double din or a flip up screen and maybe make something for there. But for providing the function, costing no money, can't complain. Now, the other thing I'm going to do while I'm in here is I'm going to change the gear stick, which you can't see in the camera. On to fixing. First thing I need to do, harvest some of these broken parts. What I'm showing you here, and it's probably worth mentioning, is the result of a haul of parts. Somebody was breaking a car and was giving away, wanted to get rid of. They were taking up space, as well as a collection of bits that came off the car already or came from spare parts I got with it, like doors and boots and things like that. So here's the old one. Clips, no good. You can see those have completely sheared off. Has previously had a JB Weld repair to fix this mounting point, which was me. Thought it would do for a while, but those not being there and being perished, not worth fixing. I've got a spare one. Here's the other one, and you can see it's got the clips. So, what am I going to do with it? Well, change the colour, first of all. And I'm going to do this for the one on the other side as well. With the little plastic covers done, they can't go back on the car yet, so I can't show you until I put on the wing mirror. So let me show you what was happening with this one. This is the original from the car. It's purple, easy to tell. Now, hopefully the camera will pick this up, but you'll see this break in this piece here. This is, the bolt goes into this. That is what secures the mirror to the car. And you'll see it's got a crack in it. And when you put a bolt in it, if it will focus, it flares out. I can't really do it with my finger. You can't really see. but it's enough that you could just, I've walked past and knocked that mirror off multiple times. There's also something not right with the mechanism in here. It can occasionally fold in, but it's very reluctant to. I always feel like I'm going to break it, and it doesn't do what the one on the other side does, so it's not just me being unfamiliar with the car. Hello. So what do we need to do? Really, I could just swap that one straight on, but this bit's purple. This could use a rewrap. I did this quite early when I wrapped the car. First time I've ever done it, doing it cheap as chips. Not the best job. I do have some wrinkles here. But at this current time, if you saw the side skirts video, you'll know I'm out of this wrap and I haven't got any more just yet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this cover off and this silver cover off, which has seen better days anyway, and I'm going to swap them. They should be like for like, and then I'll have what is hopefully a working, attachable, non-full offering other mirror. When you're doing cars, you win some and you lose some. I have obviously spent the time, not loads, but the time, to take this mirror out because it was moving. Taking that one apart reminded me how the mechanism inside there sits and can be taken away from the body. And the mirror of this was loose. I've now realised it just wasn't clicked in. So I didn't need to take it off the car, but also I found that out before I've gone and unshelled the other wing mirror. And that means I have either a spare electric wing mirror or one to sell, which I'll try and sell. And even if we make a fiver for it, that's £5 that could go back into the build. That's 1%. That's amazing. Turns out I didn't get the footage of actually doing this, but I took the pieces. This is the previous one that has got broken clips on it. Put them onto the new one. This needs to go back in the car. But you're not going to see me make it, so you'll see it in the car. If you're enjoying this build and you want to help the channel along, please give the video a thumbs up and leave a comment below, possibly with some suggestions as to what we should do, or at least try to do, next. That's free. If you want to help the channel a little bit more, you could join the Google memberships or the Patreon for less than £1 or $1, depending where you are, a month, which you know from this project, even the smallest amount, we will be able to make go a very long way. We've spent £500 on this car so far, and this is where we've got it to. Every little helps, it's massively appreciated. So we fixed a load of bits, let's show you them back on the car. If you watched this far, thank you. I appreciate this might not be the most exciting video in the world. I've put it together because some people were asking about bits that they hadn't seen being done. And indeed, it is nice to go and deal with the little bits that are niggles that you constantly aware of and think you should do and then go and get done. There's something very cathartic in that. And I want to share the full build. It's not perfect. I'm not a professional. I'm giving this a go. We're doing it on a tiny budget, doing a lot of stuff I've never done before, but prepared to give it a go, be brave about it, try and use some logic where and as possible. So, thank you very much for watching. If you're enjoying the build and you haven't already, subscribe to the channel because there's a lot happening to this car this year. This video, as I possibly alluded to earlier, is a keep us going because some stuff is coming and bits are going to be happening. Thank you very, very much for watching. Please give the video a thumbs up if you got this far. Just let me know how many people maybe got this far. And I will see you in the next one.